Will the Deputy Prime Minister explain to the House why it is important for hard-working Australian farmers and workers that the parliament passes the 19% tax rate for backpackers?
The Deputy Prime Minister has the call.
Well, Mr Speaker, I thank the honourable member for his question. And might I say right from the very start that when the rate was at 32.5%, we put money on the table, $40 million on the table for a time, to make sure that we could negotiate a better rate. And then after discussions with both the NFF, with the VFF, with farmers in the Northern Territory, with the tourism accommodation sector, everybody agreed on a 19% rate. Not only was a 19% rate fair, a 19% rate also reflected something that was saleable to Australian workers, working in the same field. And now we have this ridiculous proposition that the member for Maribyrnong is going to punish Australian workers by having somebody working beside them on a half to a third of the tax rate, doing exactly the same job. The member for Maribyrnong believes that Alberto from Milano, when he goes to work in a pub in Dorrigo, after he's had a torrid 6 months surfing, comes back, does exactly the same job as Brett from Bostonbrick. The trouble is that Brett from Bostonbrick is on twice the tax rate annualised over the year, and for the period of time he's there, he could be on 3 times. What do you say to those Australian workers? When they know that they're being done over by you? And where are you getting your economic advice from? Senator Jackie Lambie.
The Deputy Prime Minister will resume his seat. Deputy Prime Minister will resume his seat. Members on my left, the member for Bendigo has been warned. The member for Hunter is now warned. The Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
On 2 matters, Mr Speaker. One, I thought it was in his interest to take a breath, but secondly, comments should be directed through the
has latitude, but comments should be not as extensive as I think he assumes.
Comments should be directed through the chair, and his use of the word "you" I don't think was meant to be directed at the Speaker.
I thank the Manager of Opposition Business for defending the office of the Speaker. The Deputy Prime Minister has the call.
So, Mr Speaker, what we have now is that the Labor Party is playing one game, and it's political bastardry. They are playing a game.
The Deputy Prime Minister. No.
I withdraw. Mr Speaker, they know what they are doing. Do you honestly believe that the Australian Labor Party believes that the best form of economic advice they can get, rather than from the member for McMahon, is from Senator Jackie Lambie from Tasmania? Is that now the vessel? Is that now the vessel of the economic light of the Labor Party? Why are they doing this when they went to the election proposing a 32.5% tax? Why did they go to the election and propose a 32.5% tax, and now that they are proposing a 10.5% tax for no other reason than to destroy the deal that is done so that we can start work and start getting the fruit off the trees, Is this the sort of actions of a prospective leader of our nation, that they would do something like this? The absolute height of hypocrisy, that someone could say something like that and then say that his mantra is looking after Australian jobs and looking after Australian workers. All we see now is someone who is an immense disappointment, because when he had the chance to stand up, when he had the chance to be decent, he couldn't help it but just be what he is.